when I saw the plugin for the first time, I was just blown away, because those are the kind of things I gravitate towards. I gravitate to things that push your music further, and make you explore different things. And it's just such a revelation when you work with those things. It pushes your music beyond. So I downloaded the demo of SurferEQ, and I was immediately blown away. I mean, just the visual kind of aspect of it, that you can select certain bands to just track the frequency, the pitch, is just so revolutionary. There's nothing else out there like it. And I mean, actually, when I downloaded the bundle for Sound Radix, I kept loading the plugins and thinking, okay, so this does this, and then I was surprised every time that they've just got something slightly different in their plugins. Bass is very, very volatile. You get certain sections of the bass that can boom out, that can really thin out, and especially when you in like a live band scenario, you can come back on the next day and think, wow, it really felt good emotionally on that day, but suddenly you've got little bass drops or little frequencies that drop out of the bass, and you think, oh God, man, what was I thinking? I didn't hear that at the time. With SurferEQ, it's so brilliant because you can zone into the specific like kind of region of the bass that's dropping out and just get it to track it, which is revolutionary. The first time I did it, I literally couldn't believe what I was hearing. It just put back the notes that were missing, put back the frequencies that were missing. And you can actually see it on screen. You'll see the SurferEQ kind of following the bass part, which is brilliant. I'm using a lot less compression when I use SurferEQ, because it's filling in those blanks. It's filling in the region of the bass that just loses it sometimes, the region of the bass that kind of gets thin. So it's just so brilliant. It's like a new dimension in kind of the way you would think about bass or a vocal. So, funny enough, a vocal dropped out the other day, and I thought, let me put it on and just see if it kind of compensates for the loss in kind of warmth on the one note, because obviously you don't want to mess around with the vocal performance. You want it to kind of be smooth, and obviously compression does that. With this EQ, it just kind of fills in the blanks. You can actually see it on the screen, just redraw that frequency, it's mind-blowing when you think about it. The other day I was doing an EDM project, and there was a big kind of classic pad, trance pad coming out, and I thought, okay, let me program some bass into it just to see if we can get it a bit fatter. And as I went to program something, I thought, whoa, hold on, let me go back to SurferEQ and see if we can dial in some bass. And just the sonics coming back at you from just drawing the plugin into it and watching it redraw all the bass frequencies, it just popped out of the speakers. And a lot of people probably think, okay, that's what its primary function is, to kind of pitch track or follow or do something like that. But just as a plain EQ, it is ridiculous. The top end of it is so silky. I can sometimes just put it across a master output, and it just lifts your mix just slightly. It's a really beautiful EQ. Drum lever is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've got a lot of vinyl samples that over the years I've collected from different, friends. From we've kind of got a pool of vinyl drum breaks, and that to me is when drum lever just comes into its own. I put it across the channel and basically just rejigged the hi-hat on one thing, because obviously those old school drum loops are sometimes just one mic, so the one mic is just banging out, and it's a wonderful sound, but the hi-hat seems to get lost or very, very prominent in those kind of things. And with drum lever, you just put it across the channel and basically dial down whatever frequency you want, whatever sound you want to, so you're regrooving everything without even knowing it. The other day I used drum lever obviously on a vinyl loop, which was really great, and the next day I was working on a really organic project where we had this fantastic drummer in, and I got all the levels right, and I felt, okay, this is really sounding good. And then just as an experiment, I put the drum level on the drum bus, which was kind of a strange thing to do, because you've got separation and everything like this. But I just did it as an experiment, and just sound, the compression of it almost, just was ridiculous across the drum bus. And it's those little moments, those mistakes, those experimental moments that just make you think, these plugins can be taken to just such new territory. So again, a wonderful aspect that you can use it in. This company is doing something totally revolutionary with every single plugin that they're doing, which is a really, really mean feat. I mean, that you don't really get that a lot. You get maybe one plugin manufacturer that does something really special, These guys are doing every single plugin that has something different about it, which is revolutionary.